Hi everybody, hope you guys are having fun. I'm just going to check the audio, and welcome to VCA37 close. So it's going to be a bit of fun, and we'll get into it. So I hope you guys are having a good time, man. We've got some stuff to talk about today, and should be good. Let's be known in the chat, of course. Always like to see you there, and hope you like the new format. This is third day in a row now. I think it's nice, that nice upgrade I was talking about. And enjoying it here for sure on StreamYards. Jumped up from OBS, and that's a studio that you use to broadcast. So very nice. And welcome, Cardano TV, locked on and listening. Love that, love that. One of my favorite comments for sure is showing that. So, and anyway, I love how I can pump those comments onto the live stream as well. So it's pretty fun. Hope you guys had a good time. Once again, grab yourself a drink. We're going to be doing this closing sniping hour for VCA number 37. This is our second auction under the new balancing auction rules. That was vote number 3, approved by the community. This is the second day, and we're about to start our first regular auction in not only 45 minutes, and that'll be our first regular auction that will start under the new auction rules. So that'll be really interesting to see how that plays out. Mr. Farage is in the house. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Farage, and I hope you're doing well as well. So good to see Mr. Farage on here. It's been a couple of days, Mr. Farage, so it's nice to see you in the chat there too. Once again, if you're new to Axion, let yourself be known. We're a very welcoming community and love to have a nice open chat as well. Let us know what you've been up to, if you've been doing any staking or anything, or whatever you're doing. So very exciting stuff. I've been watching a lot of Mayweather, was it Jake Paul promos for their fight this weekend. That's going to be entertaining for sure, and it's a bit of light entertainment for the weekend. Looking good. So let's have a quick look at the VCA number 37 at the moment. We've got 45 minutes to go. We've got I just got a little sore throat there. We've got 45 minutes to go. We've got 506 million Axion in today's VCA 37. VCA means venture capital auctions for those who are new. It's worth $98,944 at the moment, a bit down from yesterday actually, reflecting the Axion price. Ethereum at the moment, 11.2 Ethereum in there versus 36.6. It's not too bad actually. Let's have a look here. We've got 45 minutes to go. Let's see whether we get that sold out. So 36 was it? No, sorry, 11.2 divided by 36.6. We are at currently 30.6% sold out, 30.6. So it's just in my OK band. When my OK band's 30 to 40%, so it's just inside that. We've got 43 minutes to go though. We'll see how we get on with the sniping. Get some big bids in there, and things can change around pretty fast. I typically like it to get at least into what I call my good range. That's 70-80%, and of course, if we can sell it out 100%, that's even beautiful. For the wrap Bitcoin diff. So basically that's what happens. Let's go to the Axion Today dashboard and check that out. So this actually gives us a bit more information. Tells us that we've had 0.6981 Bitcoin paid to stakers. So 85% of the Ethereum that goes in there goes to stakers, and that we love that as stakers. 10% of the Ethereum goes back to the bidders as wrap Bitcoin immediately to their wallet, like MetaMask, for example, and 5% goes through to the Axion Foundation, I guess, is where it's going. So very cool. The current rate at the moment on Uniswap and auction is 13.7 million. So that was one of the two main changes, really, was that, well, a couple of changes, but that was one of the main changes, was that the auction price and the Uniswap price would be the same. Previously, the auction price was 10% discount. The referral program is gone, of course. There will be a partner program coming up in a couple of weeks. So if you want to get into that, there'll be a criteria to get into. And what's the other thing that's happened? There, obviously, when you withdraw and stake out of this auction today, then you will be eligible to get up to 20% bonus on your basic Axion bonus. So very nice. That impacts your basic shares, and then in turn impacts your longer pays better shares. So very cool. So your shares are, when you stake, are made of basic shares and the longer pays better, which is over 300% if you do 15 years. So those two add together your total shares. Very important there. So very nice boost. We get, and yesterday out of the VCA, I didn't finish adding them up, but we were at 88%. something like that, of all the Axion that came out of the VCA36 was max shared staked, 88%. OMG. Typically, we'd been working off a number of around about 68%, and that was just based on it was getting a bit outdated, that number, but 68%. But yesterday it was 88% already, and I didn't even finish adding up whatever else came in afterwards. So that was pretty remarkable. I think that's really successful from that point of view. And obviously, we just the key is obviously we're getting that long-term quality investor. The key is, are we going to get the numbers of investors to come in? And that's we've got 30 days to find out, don't we? So there's going to be a review in 30 days. But actually, yesterday was pretty good from that quality point of view, and now it's the quantity as well. Quantity plus quality, that's like the perfect outcome. So we're getting a good tick on the first one, a decent tick on this on the quantity one. We did, if you standardized yesterday's mega VCA down to 500 million, we did about 70% sold out, which is in my good range. But obviously 20% overall for the mega VCA, which was like 3.3 standard VCAs in one. So anything that's not sold, of course, gets rolled over to the next Friday, and so we'll check that out too. But very nice indeed. With this 11.2 ETH, of course, we've actually purchased a total of 0.82, but 85% goes to the stakers. Very nice. All right, let's quickly check down. We'll go down. These are the auctions coming up. So we've got the auction day number 205 coming up. That's 200 million Axion, 39,000 US dollars worth. Then we've followed it up by a VCA number 38, another regular auction, VCA 39, another regular auction, and then we've got a big Friday mega VCA, and what's that? VCA 39, and that's going to be currently it's at 1.8, almost 1.9 billion Axion, 367,000. So by that time, the market would have got used to the new auction rules for sure. So we'll look forward to some really good FOMO into that one, and that'll be fun as well. So very nice. June the 11th looking to be a huge mega VCA for Axion there. All right, let's keep going. So we've got 40 minutes to go, folks. That's how we're counting it down. Let's check who's in the chat. We've had a few people in there. Hayacha, I just staked a further 6 ETH. Oh, I got to promote that one. That's pretty cool. John Robinson's in the house there. Hello, John Robinson. Good to see you. Missed you yesterday, John, but good to see you in there today. Really great. And what else we got there? Hi. Patricia says, hi all. Hi Patricia, good to see you. And Patricia said, VCA change not doing well, but market is down. So yeah, market's a bit damp as well. That's another good point. But I actually think from a quality point of view, as I said yesterday, VCA was at 88%, and I hadn't even finished counting. There may have been stakes afterwards were max shared. That's a tremendous, awesome result. That's what we want. And the other side of course, is the quantity that I talked about. So we did about 70% for the standard VCA, 20% for the mega VCA, but 70% is pretty good. And with the 88% or more, could have been close to 100%. I just didn't finish. Obviously, we finished the live stream. Remember, I did that on the live stream. So I actually think it's pretty good so far, Patricia. And we'll see how today's VCA goes today. But you're right, the market is sort of lackluster at the moment, moving around a couple $100 range, particularly on Ethereum. So we'll see. We need a bit more time though. Give it 2 weeks, and we'll see how that plays out before we start drawing some early conclusions. Let's have a look here. Kevin Wilson, good evening. Let's have a look there. Good evening for that. Let's have a look. That's a good one. Let's promote that one. And good evening. And who else? Hayachi's in the house. Best investment I made, got the wrap Bitcoin divs as soon as I made a bid of 0.6 ETH. Hey, it's awesome to hear. Congratulations, Hayach. Very cool to do. We'll show that one there. It's pretty neat. So that's exactly what happens in a venture capital auction, folks. Is that when you put Ethereum into the auction, you will get 10% of your Ethereum back instantly as wrap Bitcoin into your MetaMask wallet or other wallet that you're using. Axion uses up to 70 wallets now. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So Hayachi is just evidence of that, or testament to that. So pretty cool. Hexal Ed, hey Superman. I'm something. Good to see you, Hexal Ed. Good to see you in the chat as usual. So very cool on that one. And yeah, nice there from Hexal Ed. So we'll post that as well. Loving the new software. Hope you like the new show and my cool little Axion token background. Very nice there to get that themed out as well. And it's good to see that. Hey, X out. Hey, super chat. Woohoo! Got to do the dance now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something like that. I need to think of a dance actually, rather than some random action movements. But thanks very much, X out for the super chat. Pretty cool indeed. Happy to catch you live, bud. I'm having a pint or two at the bar at ATX. Cheers, Axion, FTW. Oh, very nice. Enjoy your beers. Shame that I'm not there having a beer with you. I do like occasional light beers myself, so very nice indeed. Canada TV, great to see Hex in the house. So excited about the sacrifice. Yeah. So I've got a new video coming out after this live stream. It's just being approved by YouTube. So that's coming out about Hex. It's my third video on Pulsechain. Now that's getting some really good views. I've been on this channel for those. It's probably 5-6 times more views than I get for Axion videos. So it's actually drawing in a whole new crowd to the Axion token. So you can see good strategy, right? In promotion, and getting some really good numbers on those Pulsechain ones. Obviously covering Pulsechain, which I think is very exciting. So that's going to be awesome too. So it's a win-win for Axion and obviously Pulsechain. Very cool. Hexel Ed decided to go to Super Chat instead. Hey, that's all good. I appreciate it very much. So it's great. It's always fun being a YouTuber and getting Super Chats. Pretty cool indeed. Your one looks pretty good. I like the yellow as well. I don't know whether do you get to choose the color. I'm not sure, but that's pretty nice there. And much appreciated. Yeah, so that sacrifice coming up. So anyway, after this live stream, I'll be having a new Pulsechain video, my third one coming up, and they're actually getting really ranked really well because this channel has got a decent number of subscribers. What am I at now? About 1,660 or something. So that actually helps with getting your videos ranked up, and it's actually doing pretty well. If you put in Pulse space chain, I'm pretty sure my videos are coming up, and I'm about to list the third one and getting some really good results from that. So very nice indeed. I think Pulsechain is definitely going to be the big 100,000x opportunity for 21-22. So I think that's the big one. I can't really think of any others that you have good confidence about that. So I think, yeah, the Hex Pulsechain is a real big opportunity there for sure. And it's a real chain, right? It's going to be a real operating chain copied of Ethereum. So it gives a real economic value rather than just being a speculative play. So very nice on that one. All right, welcome everybody. This is the Axion VCA37 close sniping hour, and we hope you guys are having a lot of fun. We've actually got 30% sold out already and 30.6% sold, and so we're going to see whether it gets sniped in the last 34 minutes here, and then we're going to enter the first regular auction. We'll start, that'll be auction day 205, so we're really counting up those numbers, and that's going to be 200 million Axion and under the new rules. So therefore the Uniswap and the auction price will be the same, so no benefit there, but you'll get, instead of getting 10% wrapped Bitcoin immediately to your wallet, you get 10% bonus Axion when you go to withdraw and stake it. So 10%, is that right? Yeah, 10% bonus, really nice. And then obviously you can get up to 20% bonus if you stake 15 years or 5,555 days as well. Let's actually pull that up actually. I'm going to find my Discord and we'll go check that out as well. There was someone on the Discord asking about liquidity mining. That's one of the first ones I've seen. I did post a video that I did on that topic, so hopefully that helps that person getting liquidity mining on Axion. Let's just jump over to the Axion announcements. Let's jump to that. So someone was asking about marketing too. I have done a little bit about into that, so we'll follow that up. Let's go back here. This is the new form, so let's just go back through the new changes. So there's a recap of the changes for the auction. So the regular auction is going to be under this too. That's going to be our first regular auction, as I say, coming up in about 30 minutes. Excuse me. Both auctions are set to the same Uniswap and are capped at 100%, so we know that. The auction, regular auction bidders will receive 10% Axion bonus, so you'll get that when you withdraw and stake it. Obviously we've got a VCA on at the moment, which you get 10%. So they're basically just swaps between the two depending on what auction you're in. So it's a lot easier to understand the auctions now, I think. Then when you withdraw from either of those auctions, regular or VCA, you can get up to 20% for max share staking. The longer you stake, the better. 350 days will be 6%, and then it goes up to 20%. So very nice. Obviously the referral links have been retired, and the team is going to be launching an Axion verified partner network. So it's going to provide new opportunities for people in the community to promote Axion more, I guess more professionally, I would say, or more consistently. So pretty cool. Get a little promotion army going with that one. And here's actually what happens when you withdraw out of the auction. It doesn't matter if it's a VCA or a regular auction. This is what you'll end up getting So very nice. You get your principal winnings, all right? That'll probably include your 10% Axion in a regular auction, and then you'll get your bonus for staking long up to 20, that 20% extra bonus, and that will give you a total principal. Divide that by the share rate, and that will give you your basic shares. And then, of course, you get longer pays better bonus, which is huge, and that's over. It's 20% per year, so 15 years is over. 15.2 years is over 300% bonus in that as well. So one bonus there for the auction, and then one bonus there for longer pays better, and that gives you your total shares. Very impressive. And then obviously, if you stake for over 5 years, you probably get all the big paydays as well in Axion, and you click stake and away you go. So hopefully that helps people that are trying to understand the auction rules that have just started. So there they are there, and that's the form that will occur once you withdraw from the auction page. When you've finished withdrawing your auction winnings from the auction page and staking, you then go to the staking page, and that's where your stake will show up. It won't show up on the auction page after you've withdrawn and staked. It will show up on the staking page on the Axion portal, and this here is the Axion portal here. You can see the stake page over here. So if you had stakes, it'd be down the bottom here. You can't see that here. This one here doesn't have any stakes on it, but that's where it would be. So once you withdraw out of here, you've got a line item, your bids, you can withdraw and stake it from there. So hopefully it helps new people. Obviously all the seasoned pros here all know how that all works. So pretty cool. All right, so nice one there. There's boom. So let's promote that. I just realized I could promote that one there. Very cool. And Hex out. Great to see Hex in the house here. And Cardano TV, we welcome staking brothers and sister shillers in here. Love the Axion community. We embrace all. Absolutely Cardano TV. Very nicely said there. Very cool indeed. All right, let's jump there. And what else we should go? Let's go pump that. Let's do Hex else ones there. So I hope you guys are having a good time as well. Once again, grab a drink in that. We're here for a little while, and we'll probably see the regular auctions have been selling out like hotcakes. Wow, bam, bam, every time. And now with the new rules applying, boy, are we going to get the same thing. We're going to get the sell out in like 15 minutes or something like that, which is kind of seems like the typical time these days. Hex out edge, maybe clash a few beers if we do. Very cool. Hey, the one thing I've always wanted to do is go to Oktoberfest in Germany for the beer festivals. That'd be fun. I'm not a big beer drinker, but I'll definitely get into that if that was the case. It'd be a bit of fun. Maybe at the Bali celebrations, we might have a bit of shindig down there. That'd be fun too. I see that at the moment they've got the blockchain conference in Florida. So that's on at the moment, and they've had some people there. Some reasonable personalities there. I don't know where it's actually held, but that's on at the moment too, blockchain conference. There's been a little bit of talk about Bitcoin there and electricity and stuff like that. So it's interesting stuff. All right, so yeah, 28 minutes to go. You've also got the Axion. You can find these links to these sites in the video description. I'm pretty sure I put that there. Hey, look, another shrimps to stake 1.22 million for 15 years. Very nice. And what else we got? Another dolphin to stake 1.6 million, 3 million for 15 years. Very cool. That's all just while we're live, folks. Let's actually go to the activity and check out some of the activity. It's always great to see what other people in the community are doing. Look at us, 4 minutes ago, max share, 11 minutes ago, max share. Very cool. And there's a lot of people getting their Bitcoin, taking that out. Nice. And yeah, some new stakes there. 1,200 days for that one, not too bad. So you don't have to stake max share if you don't want to. You can do a staking ladder as well. That's what that person's done. Is wrap Bitcoin divs. Obviously, if you max share, you get the most shares and therefore the most dividends, especially wrap Bitcoin in real time. So wrap Bitcoin you get immediately onto the staking platform, and you can withdraw that. The Axion gets accumulated, and you get that at the end of your stake periods. So when we say a staking ladder, it means just making lots of different stakes at different time intervals, like yearly, for example, or 6 monthly, something like that. So that's just some insights there. There we got a bid there from a shark there, half a ETH. That was over an hour ago there. And we had another one there from a shrimp, which is a small account. That's really cool, 1 ETH. So we're being in a nice cross section of new investors and also medium, large investors, either adding more to their bags. So pretty nice there. Very cool. Look at that. Whew. What's this one here? Oh, someone completed 250 million principal there. Wow. 42 days. That's a pretty big account there. And what else you got? So fishy upgrade to a dolphin. Hey, we've got a couple of new dolphins. 10 million there, and a shrimp, a fish that was a fish, and a shrimp up to a dolphin, 20 million. So we got more dolphins. Very cool. That's great to see that with MaxShare 4 hours ago, folks. Lots of going on there. So you can see there's lots of economic activity happening in the Axion ecosystem. There's a bid from a dolphin, 1.35, that was in there. Very nice indeed. Some max shares, look at that. Wow, 52 million Axion. That was 7 hours ago, folks. Max shared that. Very nice indeed. And got some really good stuff going on there. Shrimps upgrading to a fish and 5 million stakes. So lots of different stuff happening. Look at that. Shrimp, another shrimp became a fish. 11 million stake max share. Very cool. Boy, that's some good economic energy. And you don't see that necessarily in the auction, of course, but that's what we got, folks. It's pretty neat stuff. This is just in the last 12 hours. Lots of max staking. So very cool. So hopefully that gives you a bit of light on some of the stuff that's happening there, for sure. Let's have a quick look at this comment. What we got here? We welcome staking brothers and sisters Shillers in here. Yeah, read that one. It's a really good one. That's from Quintano TV. And GS, mate, have a query. And the more you stake, the better it gets. You earn by bonuses and dividends, but will the price of Axion appreciate? Will it always be close to this price? Well, that's the big question at the moment, GS. So we'll pop that up there. Let's place that up the top there. So yeah, we've been talking about that. We're waiting for a liquidity squeeze. The team's probably got a bit more work than we expected to get that happening. We have had a couple of issues. We've had some whales sell down. These are OGs. We've had some liquidity issues around liquidity. Some slight manipulation in liquidity as well. And also we've had obviously the dev wallet covering its costs of selling Axion into the market as well. So we had those as Axion specific things, and now obviously with that new announcement that the regular auction ETH 15% will be going to the team to cover the costs, we should see that they'll get paid in ETH rather than Axion. That would be a huge move, a really big move, to be honest, forward. So very positive news that. So there's Axion specific stuff. On the other side, there probably does need to be some measures targeting the actually Uniswap liquidity, but also the vote that we just had, this new auction rules, definitely is helping will generally over time help with buying pressure on Uniswap. So that would be positive too. We can actually go to the announcements and check that out on here. So there's a couple of factors, obviously. Let me just, I think I might have to go to the vote. Let me just go to the vote. Just bear with me for a second it's a good question. So just bear with me as we explore this one. Just waiting for that to populate. Not sure if it's going to show actually. Okay, it's not showing. Let me go up here, see if it shows on here, and we'll check that out. So there's a couple of factors in as well. So that announcement yesterday about the 15% of the regular auction ETH going to the team for costs is major. So that's development, products, marketing, staff costs. That was a big deal, folks. Big deal. And so really great to see that, and that should stop Dev Wallet selling Axion into the market. So very cool on that one. Actually, it's not showing up. I'm not sure why I'm not having much luck with that. Let me see if this one comes up. Now here we are. That's good. So we're going to go to here. We'll pick that up. This is the actual impact. So as we can see on analysis, the option is a balance of all proposals. This is the one we've got incentives in long-term staking, so that helps continues to reward longer-term stakers that help build the token. This option is cumulatively estimated to have the highest price pressure overall. So there we are. That's the one, and it's probably the best outcome. So that's going to be helpful long-term over the time, but really there probably does need to be some more focus on liquidity squeeze. And if we come back to liquidity pool, we'll go up to here. 22 minutes, folks, to go for the auction. So this is the liquidity here. Probably about 2.7 billion of that is the team's overhead wallet for marketing and costs, staff costs. So if we take that out, that's 43 billion liquid. We need to get that down, and so there will have to be some ways of doing that as well. Some of the other sides, of course, is getting liquidity that's not just ETH. At the moment, we're fully exposed to the markets going up and down because we have one liquidity pool with Ethereum. So if Ethereum moves around, so will we. So we do need to look at probably getting a US dollar C liquidity pool up. So that's something for the team. Believe they're actually looking at that at the moment. So we need to get something around the USD liquidity pool. And Hex, for example, has 75% in USDC. Now, that doesn't necessarily stop the pricing from going up and down, but it does make it less correlated to the rest of the market, if that makes sense, because then we're not floating around with BSC as much. But you still, ultimately, for price to go higher, you still need more demand than selling, right? So that's basically the play there. So we do need to do more around Uniswap demand and demand for the token generally. So there is a bit of work to do. Obviously, there's huge incentives in the auctions, so it's about that as well. Plus, I think there's further work on more revenue and more dividends for stakers. So max share stakers, there'd be more strategic partners, more IEOs, more airdrops. I think that's a big focus, particularly for Punky. I think Punky's focused on that. And I think also, but there has to be probably think a bit more stuff about further dividend rewards. So I'm actually going to be proposing a couple of ideas through to the team as well on that. So hopefully that will be assessed as well. So we'll see how we go with there. But definitely there are other options around the Uniswap. So we'll see where that goes. So hopefully that's a decent coverage of that question. Let me know in the chat if that's okay, or if you want to hear a bit more about that. Let's go back here. So I think we're up there, mate. Have a query. I think we're up to that one. Just to make sure I'm keeping up to date with this. Mr. Farage says, please request RH to airdrop to Pulsechain to Axion holders too. Hex out. Yeah, I think Mr. Farage, I think we may be with one of the two. Good chance for one of the two tokens that will not get on there, but you never know. We'll hold our breath for that. Hex out says, lol, Mr. Froz, it's not going to happen. It's got a personal vendetta there. I foretold this months ago on the channel, by the way, despite what XK said. No, hey, Axion devs can do this for us. Yeah, we're with you on that one, Hex out. I think we've come around to that as well. I mean, yeah, definitely. Because obviously Wise, it'll be Wise token and Axion token that will probably get done for that as well. So Cardano TV, Robbie mentioned there was a Hexkin very close to Richard who was going to suggest to Richard we should be included in the Pulsechain. Any follow up, Robbie? Don't know if Robbie's in the chat. Robbie's not in the chat, but that's interesting. I hadn't actually heard that. Cardano, so that's pretty cool. Let's post that one there. Got a little bit behind there, so let's post that. Let me just follow down the auction there. Sorry, I missed the auction. Don't want to miss that, of course. Let me just leave the page there while I'm talking away. Look at that, another stake there for, what's that, $5,483 days. That's amazing. We are getting a lot of long-term stakers. There's a lot of economic energy. The price is not showing it, but we get the basics, a lot of basic functions, staking and auctions are going pretty well. So let's keep going there. All right, so let's jump back to the question at hand. Yeah, so Robbie, that's a good one, Cardano TV. I didn't actually realize that was in play. So that'd be really interesting. And it's amazing what contacts Robbie and Paul and that have. So very cool. All right, so let's jump over to the next one. I think we're moving through. Hex out if they want. Hatch says, hey guys, got Axion from Uniswap before, but first time from auctions. Will it roll over if it doesn't reach 36 ETH? From a VCA, it does. I think someone may have answered you as well, but definitely from a VCA, it does. Let me just post that as well. Just jumping through over this. So yeah, on the VCAs roll over to the following Friday. So you can actually see on here, we'll just go onto the auction. You can actually see it rolling over to the following Friday. So we'll just jump down to the history there. If we go into the future, onto June the 7th, 8th, 11th, you can see all the unsold Axion that's from the VCAs goes into this one here. So that's actually, look, that's what we call it, a mega VCA, because if it doesn't get sold, it goes in here, and we're up at currently at 1.879 billion Axion. We were actually caught up a week ago. We had actually caught up on our Axion. We're actually caught up, and now we're back in again. So it's just the supply and demand ebbs and flows, as it were. So some funny stuff there. All right, so we're at 11.2. Let me just refresh this page. We've got about 17 minutes to go, folks. Can you believe it? I've been chatting away, and here we are going. We're already at that pace, so very cool. Let's just go back to the next one, and we've got another comment here. Excel, I really love that suit, man. I'm behind on the stream now. We have a worse fest in New Bunfalls near Austin, Texas. Oh, wow. That's so cool. America's so cool. They do so many fun festivals and that. near Austin, Texas. That'd be cool, man. Yeah, Texas is a place I want to go to. I love the cowboy thing, but also you guys, do so much different, I guess, cultural and festival stuff there. It's very, very happening state for sure. I know there are a lot of Californians, aren't they? Californians all trying to escape California to go there. So yeah, pretty neat. Cheaper, of course, cheaper taxes and stuff as well, and all that sort of stuff. Yes, Hatch says yes. Axion left over. John Robinson says in reply to Hatch. Hi Etch, I guess, is yes, Axion left over from auctions added to Friday auction. That's why we call it the Friday mega auction. Absolutely. So it's echoing. I'm echoing John's words there. Absolutely. All right. So then we got RH has said multiple times now that he won't include Axion or Wise. I can't imagine he would go back on his word. Oh, did he actually specific? He's never actually specific. I've never seen a video where he's actually specifically mentioned Axion and Wise. It's just that if you've been in the community, you know that those two are certificate deposits that originally copied the chain. Now they're very different. Both of them are very different now. Very different. Besides the certificate deposit stuff, but yeah, the unfortunate thing, of course, is that both the communities have lots of hexagons on them, both Wise and Axion. So that's just the way it goes, of course. Revenge is sweet, as it were, but what we say, revenge is sweet, but dividends are sweeter. I just made that one up. It's pretty good. All right, so very cool. And what have we got there? GS, nice, thank you. The stable USD buffer is a good idea. I think so. And here's the two views. So the view from Richard Hart is that you have less liquidity. That's why they've moved to less liquidity. I think Richard kind of called, he's obviously up to different things at once, but Richard kind of thought that the market was probably getting up there, overheating when Bitcoin was up to 64,000. I think he did sometime before that, but switching the pools around from ETH to USD, putting the call out to switch liquidity, all that sort of stuff. The other side, of course, is that you've got Peter from Wise Token, who's also very good, and in fact, doing the best organic crypto. Peter from Wise doing the best organic crypto in WiseB, and I think we can take some ideas from there for sure for Axion. And he's got a big giant liquidity pool, but they lock it all, and so there's a price floor in it, and you can't take it away. So obviously it's slower to move the price when you have a big liquidity pool. But once again, and if you have a small liquidity, it's faster to move the price both ways. And of course, if you have USD, then you make it less correlated to the crypto market. If you have whereas with Wise, it's directly related either to Ethereum or to BNB. So that still has that crypto movement in it. So you still have to have that net supply or demand to move the price up. So hopefully that gives a big picture of the liquidity pools, how they work. There's two different views. Obviously, with a small liquidity pool, you're going to be able to pump that price, get that exponential going, that parabolic. Whereas with a bigger pool, it's slower, the slower moving beast. You can still do it, of course, but it's just you need more liquidity to make that happen, more economic demand to make that happen. Hopefully that helps with that one. Hatch says, thanks, mate. And what have we got? Hex out there. Axion DAO and devs should choose vote to copy our Axion on Pulse. It's up to us, not RH. You guys understand that, right? Agree, Hex out. I'm with you on that one. So 100% agree. So it's not something that we can't do to get on, and it's obviously we want to get on if we can. We'll see how the team is up for that for sure, but it makes a lot of sense, right? Especially if the fees are going to be generally cheaper than Ethereum. At the moment, we've got like we're enjoying this Gwei. It's like 10, 12, 13 Gwei at the moment, which is fantastic. But of course, when if the market starts pumping again or selling off, then you know that the Ethereum's going to go up or down, and we'll lose this lovely period that we've got at the moment. Colin's in the house. Colin Stoltz. Hey, Colin, good to see you. I just upgraded to 5555 days. Congratulations. We won't go looking. We won't be too nosy, but that will show up on the activity at the bottom here. So that would be pretty cool. Down here, you can see all the stakes that get staked. So that's pretty cool. Well done to you, Colin. Hey, and welcome to the family. Take it to the sheets, something like that. A bit of the Godfather there. Take it to the sheets, something, or I think it's something like that. So yeah, that's really cool, Colin. Congratulations. What can I do with my 555 NFT? Now, if you can keep it and you can do liquidity mining with it, and you get a 10% bonus for liquidity mining on your APY there, your annual return. So I think it's about 45% plus 10% would be 55 at the moment. APY, which is pretty good. All right. Obviously, there's impermanent losses, whether the underlying price goes up or down. It affects your capital balance. The other thing you can do with it, if you don't want to hold it and you want to trade it, you can trade it on OpenSea NFT for sale. A lot of people have got NFTs on there, but once again, you can speculate on price. Now, I do know that Punky's going to do more rewards for people with NFTs and max shares. It's going to be beneficial to you probably in the future. So there we are. Hopefully that's a decent explanation there. X Outlet, I miss Axion today. Are they only paid content now? No, Axion today's got a show coming up tomorrow, I think. Well, Monday is coming up as well. So I think we had Patricia on earlier. She's probably watching. But definitely Axion today's got a show coming up in the next 24 to 36 hours. So we'll look out for that. They may have a big announcement. We don't know. They may have a big, who knows what they're going to go. They always have something good on there. They certainly have a special club that they have, which would have been on Friday if they'd had a show. If you're in their club, Axion Today Club, you get the sneak preview 3 days before they actually launch that. So I guess that's what you mean by paid content. No judgments, Hex Out. Hey, enjoy those beers, Hex Out. You're coming up with some good stuff there. So yeah. What else have we got? Hex Out saying Punky would be a great leader of Axion. If he was willing, he could become the chill, loving, enlightened version of RH. Thoughts? Yeah, well, that's true. Well, he does do that really on Punkonomics, and he's been doing some awesome professional videos there, especially a lot of how-tos, understanding Punkonomics, tokenomics for Axion. He's doing a great job, and I think he's got some big things coming up on the strategy side of it, and I'm really great that he's focused on that. Certainly has a very strong bent on that way, and with the mathematics background and the big picture background, seems to be going pretty well together. Hey, John Axon's in the house. Good morning, everybody. Hey, good to see you, John. We've got both Johns in the house. Very cool people, and great to have you both on. So Katana TV says, revenge is sweet, but dividends are sweeter. Love it. Let's be honest, we're all here for the divs. Hey, we love the wrapped Bitcoin divs. Very nice indeed. Like I say, it's one of the principles of investing, especially in cryptocurrency. Don't get emotionally attached. Love the community and interaction, but be rational. And obviously, this stuff can impact your life. So I agree with that one there. All right, Kadana TV's in the house. And Axion smashes it on the divs in the long run. People will kick themselves down the road for not buying Axion and like they did with Hex. Yeah, absolutely. So eventually we'll get that squeeze and that parabolic in the Axion price. But the other side of it, of course, is those wrapped Bitcoin divs. If you're super bullish on Bitcoin, it is limited in supply. I always say that. And there's only 21 million altogether. They reckon 4 million are lost. So that's 17 million. And the last one comes out in 2141. There's going to be upward price pressure on that, regardless of it flags, shoves off everything else. Your regulation, government interventions, the blockchain, they just can't get rid of it, and they have to shut down, the internet and key services and all sorts of stuff to try and do that. So it will survive on. It's better than gold, better than commodities, better than fiat, all that sort of stuff. You can go all to those stuff, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies remain on the decentralized blockchain. They can take away free speech. They can take away this. They can indoctrinate you, whatever they want to do. You still got the blockchain, decentralized, trustless crypto. So pretty cool there. There's my big speech on that one. Colin Schultz, thanks, mate. No, all pleasure on that one. Canaan TV, true, but I hate seeing my share rate percentage shrink by day. That's the other thing, is that in some ways, when we had massive share growth, you do need to maintain your, Ponky says it's not necessary, but I do believe that you kind of need to maintain your share percentage. I know that Punky's had a video on that. It's probably worth watching, and maybe I should watch it again. But I kind of feel like, you do need to hold your share rate up. Hey, we've got 7.5 minutes to go. 11.2 ETH in there. So no change since the last. I think the last bid we had was about an hour ago. So we'll see whether someone snipes in the last 7 minutes. We do have a regular auction starting up. A regular auction. And it's going to be auction day 205 starting soon, and that will be under the new rules for the first time a regular auction. They've been selling out like hotcakes under the old rules. We'll see how it goes under the new rules. Very cool indeed. All right. So that was good. Colin says I'll just hold it. Says Colin, and let's go to Katana TV there. But when price goes up, all the Axion locked out 5 for 5. Will those make those early shares very valuable? It's a win-win. Share rate going down. Yeah, Yeah, I see it going up though. So but when price goes up, all of the Axion locked out far to 5 will make those early shares very valuable. That's true. Yeah, with the share rate. Well, share rates basically mimic compounding interest, don't they? So that if you get in earlier, the better for sure. GS got another comment there. One other suggestion would be like a depositor insurance, like in say like 1-2% will go towards insurance costs. This way, Axion can be advertised as the first insured deposit scheme on the blockchain. Well, actually, Wise actually has that already. Wise has a 10%, but it takes that as a premium, and then you earn interest on the 90%. So Wise has really got to that first there, GS. So good idea though. I agree, it's a good product option. And then Colin says stake and earn, absolutely. So stake and earn those dividends. Stake and bake, as Patricia likes to say. Stake and bake, that's the way to go. And Hatchie says Axion, the future of investing. Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly, as I always say, it's got a spit. I always say it's a bit like Hex is like a KFC or something. Wise is like a McDonald's. And Axion's like a, I don't know, Texas Bell at the border or a Taco Bell or something. You know, it really does have a lot of special investing features. A supercharged certificate of deposit, so very cool. Hey, Malcolm's in the house. Hello, all watching. Hoping all is well and relaxing. Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Hey, your brother from the ditch. Hey, nice one, Malcolm. What's the old chant there? We might as well do it. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Aussie, oi. Aussie, oi. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. There we are. Hey! I'm sure that's amusing, Malcolm. I'm sure that's amusing. And then we got a big heart loves there from Colin. So very nice. Hey, everybody. It's great to have you all on there. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell for further notifications, of course. And I hope you guys, we've got less than 5 minutes now of VCA number 37, 506 million Axion, 98,000 US dollars, 11.2 ETH in there, worth $30,000. And we've already purchased 0.82 wrap Bitcoin and obviously 85%, which is 0.69 Bitcoin, 25,000 US dollars gone to stakers so far. We have got the new rules in place. So we're going to see how it goes over the next 2 weeks and reviewed within 30 days. It's going to be a bit of fun there. And there's some big news coming down the line. So we're looking forward to that. I've been given the statement, there's big news. And so there we are. There's big news coming down the line. I haven't been told what it is, so I don't get any particular insider privileges, but definitely some big news coming up the road there. We've got 4 minutes to see if someone snipes in, gets in there just at the end. I'm also looking forward to the regular auction that's about to start. Let's see whether that gets snapped up. Those have been just going. Regular auctions just go, go, go. People are after the Axion bonus, 10%. So we'll see how they goes on the new auction rules. Obviously, there's no cycling in the sense you get the 10% Axion bonus, and then you get up to 20% if you stake long. Plus, you get longer pays better over 300%. So it's really about shares. It's really about long-term investors as opposed to cycling. So we'll see how that goes. There is a minimum stake period for 60 days in the regular auction, just as it is in the VCA. VCA is minimum 60 days now, not 120 like it was. So everybody that's in this auction, minimum stake is 60 days, so they can still get that wrap Bitcoin 60 days, but they won't get any bonus. So minimum bonus is 350 days, 6%. So that's how it works, folks. So it really has changed the game on the cycling. So we'll see. We're really chasing long-term investors in Axion is a big thing there. They get certainly the most benefits, as you would expect. All right, what did I get up to here? John Robinson, what is remarkable is the Axion volume on Uniswap was 40,000 and auction 30,000. Before auction was about 10% of Uniswap's volume. Hope this is temporary. Hey, that's a great observation, John. We have noticed that the last week at least, that's been really on the low side. So I agree with you on that. It's definitely an issue, and we'll see how things go. A lot of stuff coming up, obviously, for Axion, but we're going to need that sort of all those things coming out to start getting that demand into Uniswap. It is a real issue, and to get that liquidity squeeze on. So I'm with you on that one, and it's something that I'm sure the team is looking at as well. Colin Stantz, can I transfer my 555 NFT to another MetaMask? You certainly can. You certainly can. And what else? Malcolm, laughing my head off. Yeah, I hope you appreciate it. You should have recorded it, Malcolm. You could show it to all your Aussie friends saying, hey, they've got this Kiwi trying to do the Aussie, oi, oi, oi chant. Hey? And so you should have recorded it. Now you're probably regretting it. You could have really taken that. I don't know if you go to the pub, Malcolm, but you could take it to the pub and really made a good mockery of the Kiwi. That'd be hilarious. It's like the old underarm bowl, Malcolm. You'll get that, the old underarm bowl episode. That's hilarious. It's a bit like Canadians and America have these. They make these jokes on each other. It's the same thing with Aussie and Kiwis. They do the same thing. She says, what's preferred to bid in, VCA auction or regular auction? Depends what you're after. If you're after wrap Bitcoin or Axion and stake more. So if you're wanting to stake more Axion and get more shares that way, then the regular auctions. If you're after wrap Bitcoin, go into the VC. Like I say, if Bitcoin goes up 20x, then your wrap Bitcoin will go up 20x. If you know what I mean, in dollar value. So really, it's about your judgment there. How you play that. Obviously, if you get more Axion in the regular auctions and then stake it longer, you'll get more divs. So on average, so you see what I mean? That's kind of got that play. Now there is the Axion staking calculator. You can use that to help you with divs. I don't think it's updated for the new auction rules though. So we'll see that. 30 seconds to go. We've got 11.2. No sniping yet. I'm just going to refresh to make sure that we've got the right stuff going on here. Now with the regular auction that's about to start, 80% of that Ethereum that goes in there goes onto Uniswap and buys Axion. And so that's going to help with our price. I just noticed our price at the moment, just at 0.001927, so just down a tad since we started. And I can see that 40,000 of volume you're talking about. So we'll see where that goes and jump back there. So 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. There we are. So we're officially end of VCA number 37. Obviously, that's 11.2 ETH on the looks of it. So let's do some maths here. So we're definitely at 11. I'll just do it again. 11.2 divided by 33.09, and this is not the official one, but 33.8% sold out. Let's check that on there. So actually, let's do the math on the official number. That's probably a bit more accurate. 11.2 divided by 36.76. The Axion price is currently 0.001927. So we're 30.46% sold out. That's the number. So 30%. So we're just at the bare minimum of OK level. Obviously, if we take out that ETH, we take that out 11.2 times was it 13.774. We've basically sold about 153. Almost 154 million Axion was sold into VCA today, so not too bad. And let's have a look at the other one. I don't know if sometimes some ETH sneaks in just after we close. I'll just refresh this, see if anything has. Anyway, we've got 0.69 ETH wrap Bitcoin paid to stakers. That's more dividends, not as high as we would want, of course. So we've got some work to do there, particularly in marketing. And so I think there's some changes coming up in marketing. So we'll keep a lookout for that too. There we are. So there's our new regular auction. We've got auction day 205. We've got 200 million Axion up for sale, 38,737 US dollars to sell out. It's 13.07 ETH. Our auction market price is 13.7 million. Once again, if you go into the auction, you're really chasing down 10% bonus Axion. Minimum stake period 60 days, but if you max share, you can 3 or 50 days 6%, max share 15 years 5,055 days, you would get up to 20%. So, and then you get longer pays better, 20% per year on top of that. So that's a real share game there. We need 13 ETH to sell out. Well, these have been selling out pretty fast. We get a lot of bids just going in. We'll see whether that happens as well, and how we go there. So obviously, if we had 506 minus, I think what I say, 154, we'll probably get about, oh, that didn't work out well, 506 minus 154, we've got about 352 million of the Axion that wasn't sold in VCA 37 will go over to VCA 39 on next Friday for our mega VCA. So that's going to make it about 2.3 billion Axion for VCA 39 next Friday's mega VCA by my accounts, at least. So that's what we're looking forward to there. Let's actually refresh this page as well, and hopefully those numbers give you a bit of insight there. So we got 70% sold of a regular VCA yesterday. We got 30% today. So that's pretty much the numbers. Oh, here the official number here is 14.49. That's different from our number here of 13.07. So let's just That's what we've got to sell, basically 38,000. So this is the official number. Better use this one than this one here. And let's just go. Let's refresh on this and get back here. We'll get back to the chat comments, of course. Just doing the wrap up, obviously, at the moment. And let's go find. Here we are, folks. At the moment, it says 1.9 billion. That was 1.8, but that will probably climb to about 2.3. Is my guess, 2.3 billion, somewhere around there for the mega VCA. So that's going to really lift it up quite big on that one. So looking forward to that. Once again, this is the second VCA, the second auction day that was under the new rules for balancing auctions. And we've got our first regular auction has just started. And we'll see whether we get some exciting stuff happening in the next 15 to 20 minutes on this one. So very cool. Let's go back to the chat and check out some of this. Hey, whoa, massive super chat from Hex Out. While I wasn't looking, Hex Out. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Red for blushing for sure. Hey, much appreciated that, Hex Out. Have another beer, a beer on me, I guess. Very cool indeed. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's jump around here. I have to put that on the show there. Boom. A nice big pink red one there. Very cool. Hope you guys are having a good time at the pub. And our thoughts go with you. We'll definitely give some excitement for. I have to do another dance now, don't I? What am I going to do? I'm going to do my Robbie dance. This is my Robbie dance. There we are. That's my Robbie dance, and we'll do that for that one. So that's pretty cool. But I have to think of some stuff up now. I think now. Let's have a look here. Jump back up here. I think I got a bit behind. If you could rewind and buy. Yeah, so that was Cardano. Let's go to Cardano TV's one there. If you could rewind and buy 13 million hex for 1 ETH and get 10% added bonus in Bitcoin back, what would you do? Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's a good question. I think I answered it, I think, before. David, I think Axion is much better than Hex. The price should be the other way around. Yeah, that's right. So I'm with you on that one. But once again, both of them are good plays. So it's a tough one sometimes. Sweet as, mate, I went to New Zealand in 2011 for 2 months. Wanaka, oh, you lucky. So, okay, Wanaka's beautiful, everybody. So well done to that. I hope you saw the warbirds over Wanaka. If you were lucky to be there at that time, they have the old World War II planes, which are gorgeous in the snowy mountains coming around. Oh my gosh, that's like something out of a movie. It's really incredible stuff. When we went there, I was with my mother, my brother, and someone else, and my nephew, and we were going around the hill there. And oh my gosh, we're just coming down out of the mountains, snowy mountains, into Wanaka, I think it was, if I remember rightly. And 2 warplanes came flying past. The old, like, one of them was one of those classic, they're just classics. And it came right beside. It was amazing, right next to our car, up in the mountains. It was just an incredible thing. Out of nowhere too, so it was really surreal. You had snow. It was just, hopefully I painted the picture, but it was pretty amazing there. So very cool, Colin. Cardano TV said it before, but the only reason we're stalling is that we have so many hexagons in our community who are currently saving for the Pulsechain watch price rocket up the sacrifice. Hey, Cardano TV, that's a huge thing. I wish I'd said that earlier when I was talking about the different variables. I did forget that one, Cardano TV. I have mentioned it previously, obviously, but very good point, Cardano TV. Absolutely right on that one. So let's go to there. Just some people getting some wrap Bitcoin divs there, withdrawing. Let's refresh this page. Make sure that we're up to date on the auction. This regular auction, day 205, the first regular auction under the new rules, the balancing auction rules. We're looking forward to that. Trying to catch up here with all the comments, but very nice in there. Hey, once again, Excel, appreciate that super chat. Very cool indeed. And Colin, big smiles there for Colin. Very nice indeed. And Cardano TV, Superman is a hero. Hey, appreciate it, Cardano TV. Hey, everybody, Superman is a hero, technically speaking. So very cool. And what is that called? My moniker, isn't it? My moniker, I guess it's kind of like a moniker, but the reversal of a moniker, sort of a reverse moniker, something like that. Very cool. And Marzo's in the house, but points up there, very nice. And Hex Out says, it deserves our respect. Hexologist led me through the Hex FUD. Axion token led me through the exploit and beyond. Hey, much appreciated there, Hex Out. Much appreciated. Yeah, I used to watch Hexologist a lot too. We've got a great show. Very lively. I think he's in. Is he in Tennessee or Texas somewhere? Can't remember, but he's in there. He was in the military too, Hexologist, and he's got a young baby, which is, I think, the first hexagon baby think this baby, Hexologist baby, is the first Hexkin born baby. I bet that baby's got the biggest amount of Hex you can imagine. Wait till the Hexkin baby becomes 21 or something, or 18 or something, and gets that Hex bag. It's going to be incredible. Very cool. So nice one there. Cardano TV, I did suggest a while back, Superman branded himself as Axologist. Yeah, nice one. That's good. Hey, I just stepped up the show presentation. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a bit more fun and modern, and certainly cool. I haven't got the music though, so let me know in the chat if you want to get some music back. I've got to work out how to add that in. Of course, I think I can do it through a file thing, but let me know in the chat if you like to have some of that jazz music back again. It's sort of nice and subtly in the background, yeah, cool. TV clout chaser. Yeah, true that. Well deserved, Superman. Hey, Cardano too, appreciate it. And what else we got there? TV, true respect. Yeah, and Cardano TV, true respect, absolutely. And it was a wonderful, mate. Yeah. Oh, I bet it was. Very cool. I would love to live down there. It's probably a bit cool down South Island, but it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. But in summer, it's just summer and winter. It's both. You're going for different things, of course, but incredible. It's fantasy land down there. Really is fantasy land for real. It's true. Love you, says Hex out, and very nice. And then what else we got here? I remember the exploit like it was yesterday. Only Superman led me and my family through it. Yeah, that was incredible. That was an incredible time, but we got through it. And hey, the community came together, helped provide the liquidity pool that we have today, and obviously the NFT associated that. So that was really cool as well. What's your forecast on Axion in 2 years? Hey, my forecast has always been the same. People were talking 1 cent, 2 cents, if you remember. Scott was talking. This is all assuming the liquidity squeeze, which hasn't happened yet. So I do think there's a few things that need to be done. We found out some news yesterday that I wasn't aware of, and I'm happy that the team has dealt with that to as much as possible. So I think that was kind of not where I thought we were. So it's good to see that we've moved to where I thought we should be. So hopefully we'll get that moving on. But yeah, 0.000. What was my thing? 0.035 has always been my target price. I haven't changed that, to be honest. But I remember Scott was talking about he re-rated based up to like 8 cents, and originally from 1 to 2 cents to 8 cents. But that was based on certain assumptions at the time. I don't think some of those have played out at this stage. So yeah, I sort of stick with my more humble price target. Yeah, so that's probably not in 2 years' time. Probably in a year's time. If the team gets all the things that I think are coming out, now that they've fixed the regular auction ETH, that was a big problem. That the ETH there, now that 15% is going to the team, that's given me a lot more confidence about that side of the ledger. I wasn't, some things weren't fully clear, but it's good to see that move forward. I'd probably leave it at that. Don't want to go too much into that, but yeah. Hex House, it's not just the beers, mate. I remember how much you helped us through the hard times, even when you weren't showing your face back then. Ultimate. Hey, I forgot that I wasn't showing my face. That's how long it's been, Hex out. It's incredible. Yeah, I forgot that was the case. I forgot that. Man, it's crazy. Yeah. I was all anonymous. Yeah. So yeah. Hey, respect to you, Superman. Success out. Very cool. Much appreciated. Right back at you, Hex out, for sure. I always appreciate your comments and everything you do. So very nice. And spread the love, ethical finance. Absolutely. Hashtag ethical finance. And really living that. Full transparency is a key to that as well. Full transparency, upfront with issues, those sort of things. I think we've still got more work to do in that space, ethical finance and transparency going forward. So hopefully as a community, we'll all make sure that happens. I think that's really critical going forward. I know that Punky's very dedicated to that, so that's definitely something we need to keep. I think we're there yet. I think we've got more work to do, but I think that's something definitely that we need to focus on. Is that so? Very cool. All right, so we're 30 minutes in, folks. Waiting for some ETH to come in. I'm going to actually just refresh the page here. Let's go back here and we'll jump in here. Hey, I just wanted to point out some of the new features too. Obviously, we're under the balancing auction rules. Let's check out some of those. So we need 14.5 ETH to sell out. We've got 200 million, 38,749 now. If you go into today's auction, you can use the link in the video description. You get 10% bonus in Axion, plus you get the bonus if you stake long over 350 days or longer. You get that extra auction bonus, 6% for 350 days, 200%, 20% for 15.2 years. And also on top of that, you get the longer pays better bonus, 20% per year, which over 300%. So pretty massive long-term gains. Now, the reason why people max share stake is they get the most shares, and therefore they get most of the wrapped Bitcoin and Axion dividends each day. We have auctions every single day of the year. We're up to auction day 205, and so you get a minimum 8% inflation or 8% return a year in the certificate deposit, but it's supercharged, so you get dividends and wrapped Bitcoin divs 4 times a week, and Axion 3 times a day. And obviously supply and demand is differs, and we're on new rules, so we've got a few little things to go through over the next couple of weeks, but that's how it's rolling at the moment. Now, some of the cool features is that oh boy, we've got the oh, well, that's different. I'm not sure what's happened there. Let me just refresh this page. Something's not right on that one. Let me have a look at what they've changed something here. Let me have not sure if that's correct. Anyway, that there doesn't look correct there, that one there. I'm not sure what that's doing. Let me just do some calculator stuff. Might be able to work it out there. 13.741 times 1.10. Okay, so this number here, this is the first regular auction we've had on the new rules. So it's different from the VCA. The VCA, the Uniswap, and the auction price is the same. But what this does is this actually includes the other one. Oh, not sure if I've run out of battery there. I might have run out there. Let me just go back to the chat there. John Robson, speaking of anonymous, let me. Hello, testing. Let me just check the audio again. I think my battery ran out of my speakers. Let me just go check that out. Oh, that's working fine. Sorry about that. I thought that my speakers had my walkie-talkie thing, had whatever you call it, mic had fallen over. So anyway, I'm not sure what I was talking about there. Oh yeah, so now we've got the new rules. The format looks different. So we've got the Uniswap price is 13.7 million, but the auction price is 15.1 million. So basically, it's taking this 13.7 million, adding your 10% bonus and Axion that you're going to get out of the auction. So if you go into auction, you'll get 15.1 million Axion per ETH if you go in there. So that's really cool to know. You can find the link in the video description if you're going to go in, and then you can get up to 20% Axion bonus in Axion, not shares, but Axion if you stake for 350 days to 555 days. So you get extra 6% to 20%. Depending on how long you stake that for. So that's pretty clear. I think that makes it pretty clear to understand. And basically, you just put you hook up your MetaMask wallet or whatever other wallet you want to connect. There's 70 wallets now, and then you click Send Max, put your bid in, and then your bid will show up in here. Then you'll get a new light item. I don't know if you have to refresh or not, or whether it auto refreshes the page. And then you put your new light item. It will have your bets, have your entry, your bid into the auction today. Then at the end of the 24-hour auction period, you then withdraw and stake that, and that's when you get this form coming up. Let's switch that. That's when you get this form. When you go to withdraw and stake out of the auction, you'll get this form coming up here, and it will put it. Then you just basically put in the maximum, the amount of days you want to do. You can click max shares if you want to do 5,555 days or 15.2 years, and that's easy. Then you've got a little time scale there. It will actually tell you your auction winnings based on the amount of ETH you put in there. It will actually give you your Axion bonus for the coming out of the auction based on the period that you staked, and then it will give you your basic shares from that. Then obviously you get longer pays better, 20% per year up to 300%, over 300%. That will give you total shares, and plus you also be if you go longer than 5 years, you'll get those 5 big paydays in Axion as well. So very cool. Hopefully that helps, but that's really nice to see that. I hadn't actually seen that before myself, so I was wondering how they're going to do that, and there we are. All right, let's jump back here. I think we're up to there, so we'll just going to jump back up here, and let's put this up here. Boom. Let's show that up there again. Hex out. Thanks very much. Speaking of anonymous, here's his message to Elon. Can you elaborate, John? Not sure. I don't quite follow that. Hey, good to see everybody. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the bell for notifications. After this live stream, I have got my third video in the Pulsechain series that's coming out. It's been getting great views. Obviously, great coverage. Pulsechain's in big, getting a lot of attention. The other side of it also has a flow over effect for Axion token. So it's been an awesome marketing vehicle for promoting Axion. So that's really cool as well. People attracting more people to Axion token channel, learning about auctions, learning about staking, learning about the Bitcoin divs, Axion dividends, and the certificate of deposit opportunity. So offers something very unique in the marketplace, as it were. So very cool. Axion is one of those value tokens, and it's pretty cool from that point of view for people that want to invest long term. Obviously, we've got IEOs coming up with airdrops, new strategic partners. Axion version 3 is coming up, which is going to be a game changer on the Ethereum blockchain for fees, and so that's really cool too. John Robinson has something. What did he say? Let's go down here. Boom. Let's do that. It is an ominous message from Anonymous to Elon Musk about his crypto manipulation. Oh, okay. Okay. A bit with you on that one now. Yeah, well, I'm sure Elon got a lot of feedback. He did delete one of his tweets, didn't he? Which was he probably got a bit of a surprise how big the crypto community is. But they certainly didn't like some, especially the Bitcoin maximalists certainly don't like his comments. But I saw, is it Sator, I think, at the Florida crypto convention, basically saying, well, actually, electricity use, it may be high, but it's actually, in terms of economic terms, it's the most efficient asset on the planet. Or, barring other cryptocurrencies. Well, it's at least proof of work ones. I think proof of stake obviously are miles more efficient, for at least quite a few of them economically. But yeah, it's just saying that your dollar return, if you compared it to companies on the New York Stock Exchange or something like that, then Bitcoin is way more. I think way more efficient from that point of view. So for your electricity use, if you compare the electricity use, which he went through apparently, that I thought that was quite interesting. No, it's not completely related to your Anonymous, but that was pretty cool. But yeah, definitely Elon Musk kind of manipulating markets with these tweets. Of course, being the richest and probably he is one of the most influential people in the business world these days, with rockets, satellites, electric cars, solar panels, tunneling, what's those rail magnetic levitation, I'm just forgetting the name of them now, but they got all that stuff going on. Big influence and shaker in the future for sure. He actually is probably one of the more conservative tech giants though too, which is I appreciate, rather than those other activist ones that are running around the planet at the moment. Very cool. All right, so let's just jump back here. Let's do a bit of a roundup as we wait for some ETH to come in. Let's go around and check out what's going on. So we've got 280.9 billion total supply. Looks pretty similar to yesterday, to be honest. Like I say, we've got about 43 billion liquid. We want to get that liquidity squeeze on. It is an issue, and we want to get that on if we want to see price rise. We do have to deal with some demand marketing. I know that there is a bit of a changes going on in the marketing. We look forward to new initiatives coming out of there too. So it's going to be pretty fun there. We've got total stake 235 billion staked, looking cool there. Look at this max share fish there, updating to 555. Very cool. So we've got 84%, pretty much 84% staked. That is probably the highest organic stake percentage in crypto land as far as I know, especially for a certificate of deposit cryptocurrency. 721 is the crypto rank, 24,558 stakes, 9.29 million is the average stake size, 2,318 days average stake length. That's really cool, by the way. Market cap 18.37 and share rate is 1.1583. Actually going up slower than I expected, but the modeling certainly suggests that in a year or so it could be up over 2 and then over 3 over the next couple of years. By year 4 for sure. I think it's like 3.5 or something, based on some of the stuff I think that Punkonomics pointed out. And then let's have a quick look at the shares. Shares is 580 billion, almost 581 billion shares Pretty amazing. Obviously, that's why the better to stake longer and you get more shares compared to the total number of shares. That really jumped after we've had a lot of these, VCAs. They tend to go up a lot more there too. We've got the 5 big paydays coming up. The first one's going to be the 29th of October, 5 billion Axion. That would definitely benefit. The more shares you've got, the more of that you get. Our Max Share Club. This is what I call our real gold star. This is the big thing. 115.5 billion Axion in a Max Share Club. This is something that I think Punky really appreciates. He's got teams coming to him trying to do IEOs because they like the fact that Axion has 84% staked. It has people that are willing to stake 115 billion Axion for 15 years, and the people. Trust me, people in cryptocurrencies projects are wanting stakers that will do that. People that are long-term investors, not the fly-by-nighters, not the pump and dumpers, not the meme jumpers. You name it. So pretty neat on that. The stakes at the moment 7,961, almost at 8,000. So that's pretty cool milestone coming up for us. Bitcoin auctions, of course, we're at after 37 VCAs, we're at 124.97, almost 125 wrapped Bitcoin and 37 VCAs. And it's $4.5 million US at the moment. So let's just take that number, 4.5 million, and let's say we know that Bitcoin at the moment is $35,919. So let's just take that number, 39, and let's say that it goes up 20x. You're talking about $45 million if it goes up 20x over a certain amount of time. That's to $1 million, not even $1 million at the moment. So that's a huge number. It could go up even more than that. I've seen forecasts of $3 million, $7 million Bitcoin. So you can see what I mean. They're just holding on to the Bitcoin for Axion stakers. It could be a huge windfall in the future. So some interesting stuff there. 94 wrapped Bitcoin already been cashed out. And here we are in the regular auction at auction day 205, the first one under the new balancing auction rules. So very cool. All right, let's jump over to some of the comments. I might have got a little behind again, as usual. I don't know, I'm up to date, so that's not too bad. Let's see where we're at the moment. We've got 16 people on the live stream. We had, I think we had over 20 people at some stage. So very nice there. And let's go back to, let's pump this one up. And once again, let's show that. A real big appreciation to Hex out there for Super Chat. Also, a big shout out for Hex out on the previous one as well. That was pretty cool too. So I really appreciate that. Very nice. And also all the nice comments you've said about coming through that 2020, 2021. 2021 for Axion has been a huge up thing. I think I've only had one issue this year out of all the things come up this year. 2021 has been amazing for Axion. I mean, obviously, let me say two issues. Obviously the price could be better. I think we can all agree on that. But I think 2021 has been incredible by the Axion Foundation team, and I think with the announcement yesterday, that has really helped to deal with the other issue, and I think that that's going to strengthen Axion going forward leaps and bounds. I think there needs to be a bit more modification around that, but we'll see whether we can do anything about that going forward. But very exciting, folks. I think that's really cool, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Hey, we're 33 minutes in. How are we going for time? Let's have a look here. At 72 minutes. We'll probably keep going for another 3 minutes. We haven't had a lot of sniping in this opening hour yet, but 23 and a half hours to go. We'll probably go through for another 3 more minutes and see how we get on. This is a regular auction. Typically, I do the longer streams for the VCAs. Once again, I've got another video coming out after this, which I've already pre-recorded. That's going to be on Pulsechain, so you can check that out as well. That's just my thoughts and obviously later stuff. I do watch Richard Hart's videos as much as possible to get the latest and greatest, and then I also add my own thoughts onto that as well. So check that out. I will be doing more videos on that. It helps also attract a lot of people to Axion when I get a couple of thousand views on those videos. So very nice. All right, let's go. Let's go for gold. Now we're going here. Woohoo! 17 people, great. Good to see everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying the new format too. I like it. I'm actually looking at the new format myself. It actually looks pretty good. Nice blue colors. Very cool. And let's see whether I can actually add back in a bit of light jazz music as well, just in the background, just subtly back there. It certainly helps us too. So very nice. All right. Let's actually go back to CoinGecko. Let's check out some of the markets as well. I'm just going to refresh this. I like to always cover the markets, cover some of the key picks as well. And our picks have been pretty good. I think we've been pretty close to picking some of the best ones. Doesn't always mean that the price stays up there, but we've been able to call some good price movements. I'm still, like I say, still bullish on Binance Coin and obviously Cardano. They're my two favorites. They are sitting at number 4 and 5, but I think that relatively speaking, got a lot of value. Look at in the last 7 days, they have been up pretty tremendous, 20%, 28. So I think that's really worked there, and yeah, looking good on there. I'll leave that one at that. But here's a Bitcoin basically at 36,000, Ethereum at 2,680. Let's quickly check on Ethereum since that's what goes into our auctions, and we'll have a look. And that's what's in our pool as well, liquidity pool. And we'll see how that's going. So 7 days is up 17%, 14 days 16%, down 23% over the last 30 days. Obviously up 1,015% over last year. 24 hours down 5%. And so we've had that volatility. It's like one day it's up 5%, next it's down 5%, but we're in that range. Let's have a look at the max period. This is on the linear scale, and you can see that we've had that huge lift where we're up at the 4,356, down 38.6% at the moment. We went all the way down 2,120, but I actually remember on the day we actually went to about 1,760 or something, and then we're back up here, folks. Where's this going to go? We went up and then we came down and we're back up again. So trading in that range, in the low to mid 2000s, or low, basically in the 2,000 to 3,000 mark. We're in there, and we're at almost at the top of there at the moment. So that's on the linear scale. Let's have a logarithmic. This is better for long term. We're using logarithmic scale, and you can see we've got factors of 10 here, going up there, and then so we're coming along here. So we could actually, we'll see whether we get some people like say still, and we're going to keep going up, and maybe Bitcoin gets to 55, and then we'll have a massive pullback, or we're only really halfway through the bull market, and it will go long, continue long into 2021. I'm kind of in the middle there at the moment, still waiting to see a bit more information. We'll see how we go. But you can see on the logarithmic scale, I think we've got a lot more room to go, and we just need to see what some big events come and support or not as we go there. So interesting stuff there on that one. I think that's where we're at. So hey, 30 minutes is up. So we haven't got any ETH at the moment. I'll just refresh and see, but we'll see where we're at on that one, and we'll go for gold. Yeah, so still waiting for some ETH. We've got a long way to go, folks, today. This is under the new rules. We've got 23.5 hours to go. Do catch me for the next live stream at the end of this auction, the close as we call it. And then we've also got, obviously, a VCA coming up. Let's check that here. So we've got the VCA coming up, VCA 38. I think I got my numbers wrong there before. So 38, 39, and then 40. So sorry, mega VCA's VCA 40. That's going to come up later on, and I expect that to be about 2.3 billion. We've got a VCA coming up after this regular auction. That'll be our third VCA under the new rules, and at the moment we've got our first regular auction under the new rules. And watch that. I'm sure we'll have that sold out by the end of the day. So catch me for the sniping hour, open and close. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this one and enjoying the new format. Very cool. I appreciate all the new comments and all the super chats, all of those around the world. Take care. And as we always say in New Zealand, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. All right, see you guys. Cheers. Thanks again, Hex out. Much appreciated for the super chats. Cheers.